Konnichiwa, no Iza desu. Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Iza binti Bahari. I am a postgraduate student at Open University Malaysia. Today, I will make presentation for Project Risk Management subject regarding risk response planning for a joint venture road construction project with an established Japanese company. What you have seen just now is called Pulau Bunting Island that is located in the Yan district at Kedah. The government planned to open a new port in Pulau Bunting that is expected will give benefit to the heavy industry players, especially from automotive sectors nearby the Gurun district industrial area. As you can see in the video, there are already a bridge that is connected between Pulau Bunting Island to the mainland. The government make an initiative through a joint venture with an established company in Japan in providing a road infrastructure to connect the Pulau Bunting Bridge located in the Yan district to the north-south highway of Gurun exit via Federal Road 1. There are two objectives that were set for this project. The first objective is to provide a more advanced land link for all types of land vehicles from the North-South Expressway to the Pulau Bunting Bridge. Whereas the second objective is to create a complete road infrastructure for the development of Pulau Bunting Island, as you can see in this figure, where most of the Yan district area was located along the coast, and it is also located beside Gurun area that is well known as heavy industrial area. This characteristic has made Yan district as the most suitable location to develop a new port for import-export purposes. This project involved a total of 18.2 kilometers of road construction that were divided into two segments, which are Segment 1 and Segment 2. As for the scope of work for this project, it consists of the construction of 14.9 km of new road with single carriageway 2-lane, complying with JKR standard requirement of R5, which includes drainage, pavement, road furnitures and more. The new road is for the first segment. For the second segment, it consists of upgrading work of existing 3.3 km road with single carriageway 2 lanes according to R5 standards in JKR requirement, which include drainage, pavement, road furniture and more. Other than that, the scope of work involved in this construction and upgrading work are land acquisition, earthwork and geotechnical work, environmental quality monitoring work in the construction area throughout the construction stage. This figure shows the illustration of typical cross-section of the road construction after the completion of the new road. There are various types of risks that may arise throughout the project. Usually, project risk can be categorized according to the resource that the project experienced or faced during the construction. Project Risk Management Manual by Open University Malaysia have identified and categorized types of risk into 14 types or categories. The first types of risks are quality, technicals or performance risks. The second risks are project management risks. The third risks are organizational risks. The fourth risks are external risks. The fifth risks are schedule risks. Sixth risks are requirement risks. The seventh risks are product or technology risks. The number 8 are customer risks. Number 9 risks are human or contractor risks. The 10th risks are environmental, safety and health risks. The number 11 risks are cost risks. The 12th risks are incremental risks. Last but not least are catastrophic risks. The last risks are loss of support risks. There are total numbers of 8 risks that were identified for this project. The first specific risks involve an increase in the total project cost. These risks were categorized into cost risk type. This is because during the planning stage, the estimated cost for this construction is approximately about 217 million ringgit. However, the total funding for this project only approved by 250 million. The second risk are land acquisition process. These types of risks are categorized into schedule risk. The first segment of the project mostly located in the private land, therefore land acquisition is required to be done. Usually, this process will take up an average up to 338 days. The third risk are land acquisition costs. These risks were correlated with the previous land acquisition process and was categorized into schedule and cost risk. The fourth specific risk for this project is delay in validation of scope of work by utility provider. These risks were categorized into external risk and catastrophic risk. The fifth risk are JKKK application to delay the construction work. This risk is categorized into incremental risk and schedule risk since it has potential impact to the society and cause delay to the project. The sixth risks are requests for additional pipe covered location by MADA. These risks were categorized in requirement risk and customer risk. The seven specific risks are soft ground could cause machine to sink in the paddy field. Risks were categorized into catastrophic risk and also environmental, safety and health risks since it could cause injuries or fatalities to the machinery operator. The last risks are JKRM forced to change bitumen grade for pavement. These risks were categorized as product and technology risks since new product is being used in the construction where the supplier for this product is limited, and also it also categorized into external risk because the government has enforced new law during the construction. In order to overcome all of the specific risks identified, a risk response plan should be developed. A risk response is a process that involves in developing available options, selecting suitable strategies, and taking suitable action to treat project risks or specific risks that were identified in the project. There were 5 factors need to be taken care of when designing a risk response plan. The first factors are resource management plan. The second factors are total cost and cost baseline. The third factors are residual risk. These risks are also known as leftover risks, and sometimes the risks are acceptable and tolerable until certain degree of level. Next factors are secondary risks. Secondary risks are the risks that arise as a result to the direct outcome after implementing risk response plan. Contractual agreement is a document that contains information about each party involvement in the project. It also explains every party's responsibility for the project, and each risk can be assigned to the correct party to resolve the risk. Proper documentation of the identified risk is essential because risks from previous cases or projects are likely to be used as a reference for finding possible solutions for the current project risk. There are 3 documentation phases that are used, which are historical database, current project database, and post-project review and archive. Historical database is defined as the record of the data from the previous project with similar risks and conditions of the current project. Current project database is the recording or the documentation of an ongoing project that is during in the implementation process and currently facing all of the risks that had been identified or anticipated earlier. Lastly, project post-review and archive. Project post-review could be defined as making an evaluation on the project in order to determine the current state of the project or whether the project is doing well as expectation or not. Consistent collecting, compiling, and recording of the data is crucial for ongoing project as it will ensure that more accurate data is recorded and it will reduce the cost and time consumed in the documentation process. Alright, let's conclude my presentation for today. Hope you all have a better understanding on risk response planning. Thank you for your time for watching this. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and arigatou gozaimashita.